Hi, my name is Goldman. I'm the director and founder of Goldman and Associates. Our firm has a primary focus on family law. Please subscribe to our channel. Today we're going to talk about how do I prove substance abuse is going on around my kids. I wanted to read that verbatim. It comes from our viewing audience. Well, how do you prove that substance abuse is going on? Well, here's the thing. Your kids, depending on their age, may not be adequate proof or adequate reporters of the truth as it relates to that. They may think that something's going on. They may see something that they think is a drug. It might not be. There may be white powder residue on the table, which could be flour instead of cocaine. In other words, there could be things going on, and your kids might not be the best historians as exactly what happened. But if you want to really prove it to the court, I will tell you some things that we've seen in our practice that have been proved as sufficient for the courts, to take action. Number one, social media pictures. A lot of people are so stupid. They're going to put on social media evidence of illegal activity, and you'll see pictures of people, and there'll be drugs in the area, syringes around, all sorts of things that indicate drug use, and there are people who do that. So watch the social media. If you suspect it, it's possible that whatever drugs your ex is on, it has so beclouded their judgment that they posted it on social media. So that's one thing. Another way to prove it is by a witness. Somebody who saw it, somebody reliable. It could be a family member, but it's best if it's not. Somebody who's unbiased, who says, look, you need to know when I drove by the house, I knocked on the door to see how John was doing, and he was stoned. That kind of thing is helpful. If you see evidence of it, because a pickup drop-off situation is coming up, and your ex comes and she is clearly under the influence of drugs. You sign an affidavit, you file it with the court. There'll be a hearing, but you'll tell the court what you saw. Another possibility is, when they send your kid back, in the case of a toddler, if there's drug use in the house, particularly drugs that are smoked, the clothing may be sufficient evidence for it. We've had cases where the other side regularly uses marijuana and denies it, of course, but the kid comes home, his clothing reeks from marijuana. And what we have done in cases like that is we have taken off the clothing, we have put it in a sealed Ziploc, we bring it to court, and when they say there's no evidence of that, we hand the bag to the judge. Say, Your Honor, open that up and tell me what you smell. Those are the clothing, those are the items of clothing that little Johnny was wearing when he was delivered. We put it straight in the bag. The court opens up and it reeks. It reeks from marijuana. There's smell, you can't get away from it. And in that situation, at the very least, if the court doesn't question the guy on it, the court will say, you know what, I'm suspending parenting time until such time as we do an analysis to determine if there's use of drugs. Now, they will probably tell the guy, when's the last time you used, they'll put him under oath, ask him when's the last time you used drugs. He'll say, never, 30 days, 60 days, whatever. And then they'll probably do the appropriate chemical analysis to determine whether or not there's something more recent than that. So I think that's amongst the ways that one might prove drug use at the hand of the other parent. If you have any questions about that, of course, reach out. It's a very important issue. We'll be glad to help you out.